Hello everyone. Let's start with a new topic in maths today, matrices. First of all, what are matrices? A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers written within square brackets. So, what is essentially a matrix? It's a rectangular array of numbers. That means it is only a representation and it is not a value. Means if I write a matrix, it does not give me a value. It only gives me representation of numbers. For example, I've written some matrices here. Like you draw a square bracket, write 0 inside it. This is a matrix. You write this way 1, 2, 3, 4. Within square brackets, it becomes a matrix. Anyhow, you arrange numbers within square brackets, it is known as a matrix. Now the next thing that comes is order of a matrix. Now what do we call order of a matrix? We always write order of a matrix as m into n, m cross n. Now what is m here? M is the number of rows, and what is n here? N is the number of columns. So first you write the number of rows, second you write the number of columns. Okay. Now there are some specific cases in this which you should remember. First is if m is equal to n, for some matrix, if suppose m and n becomes equal, that means number of rows is equal to number of columns, then we say that it is a square matrix. We call that matrix as a square matrix. For example, I've written a square matrix here. Look at this matrix: 0, 1, -1, 2. How many rows it has? 2 rows. How many columns it has? 2 columns. So it is a 2 by 2 square matrix. 2 by 2 square matrix. Look at the second example that I have taken. I've written a 3 by 3 square matrix because it has 3 rows and 3 columns. So that is what we call as the square matrix. Secondly, if in a matrix my first element, that is m is 1, that means the number of rows is 1. Whatever be the number of columns, if the number of rows is 1, we call that matrix as row matrix. Row matrix means it has only one row. Only one row, row matrix. For example, I've written a 1 by 3 matrix. What do you mean by a 1 by 3 matrix? 1 row, 3 columns. So see, 1 row, that's a single row, but there are how many columns? 3 columns. So it's a 1 by 3 row matrix. What about this? It's a 1 by 2 row matrix. -2, 1. 2 elements written in 2 columns, but a single row. Exactly reverse. If I have n as 1, that means if the second element is 1, that means the number of columns is 1, then you call it as a column matrix because it has only one column. For example, 2 by 1 matrix. That's a column matrix which has one column but 2 rows. Similarly, there is a 3 by 1 matrix which has 3 rows but only one column. Only one column. So these are specific things which you should know for order of a matrix. How do we write the order of matrix? M into n. The first one is rows, the second is columns. If m and n are equal, it's a square matrix. If m is 1, it's a row matrix. If n is 1, it's a column matrix. One more thing, if I write any matrix whose order is m by n, then what is the number of elements in that matrix? What do you mean by element? Element is whatever comes inside the matrix. Like in this matrix, what are the elements? 1 and 2. In this matrix, what are the elements? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So if I write an m by n matrix, what is the number of elements in that matrix? It is m into n. That means multiply the two components of the order. If you multiply the two components of this order, what you get is number of elements in the matrix. That's mn. Let's see the first question. Write all possible orders of a matrix with 6 elements. Now how many elements I have given you in this matrix? 6. You have to write all possible orders. Now see, if there are 6 elements, as we have discussed just now, that means the value of mn, the product mn, should be 6. Now if the product mn is 6, how many ways can you write m and n? That will be the same as the number of orders that you can write. So the first order which I can write is 6 into 1, that's 6. So 6 into 1. I can also write 1 into 6, that is also 6. I can write 2 into 3, that is also 6. I can write 3 into 2, that is also 6. Can we think of any other possible order? No. So if we have 6 elements, these are the possible orders. Right? Similarly, like for example, you have 8 elements. Then 8 elements can be written as how many, what are the different orders which we can write for 8 elements? It could be 1 into 8. It could be 8 into 1. It could be 2 into 4. It could be 4 into 2. All these elements, all these orders could have been written for 8 into a matrix with 8 elements. Let's see the second question. How many 2 by 2 matrices can be formed with entries as -1, 0, 1? That means entries meaning the elements can only be -1, 0 or 1. But what order matrix I have to form? 2 by 2 order matrix. Now I know that 2 by 2 order matrix means how many elements I have to fill? 4 elements. 2 into 2, 4 elements. And since number of rows and number of columns is equal, that means it's a square matrix like this, where you have to fill 4 elements A, B, C and D. Right? Now what about this A? Instead of A, I can place either -1 or 0 or 1. That means how many ways can I fill this place? 3 ways. If you go back to some permutations and combinations, you must immediately realize that how many ways can you fill this place? 3 ways. It could be -1, 0 or 1. Similarly, how many ways can you fill this place? It can also be done in 3 ways. Because ऐसा तो है नहीं कि जो यहाँ आ चुका वो यहाँ नहीं आ सकता. It can repeat. It has to repeat because I am given 3 elements and I have to fill 4 elements. That means it must repeat. ओके, सो दैट मीन्स अगर यहाँ पे 3 ऑप्शन है मेरे पास, तो यहाँ पे भी कितने ऑप्शन है? 3. तो फिर यहाँ पे भी 3 और यहाँ पे भी 3. हर जगह पे 3 ऑप्शंस हो गए. इफ आई हैव 3 ऑप्शंस इन ईच प्लेस, दैट मीन्स व्हाट इज द टोटल नंबर ऑफ मैट्रिसेस विच आई कैन फॉर्म? बिकॉज मैट्रिक्स तो तब बनेगा जब मैं चारों को अरेंज करूंगा. तो याद करो पीएनसी में जब चारों को अरेंज करना है, मतलब जब तक काम खत्म नहीं होता हम क्या करते हैं? मल्टीप्लाई. दैट मीन्स 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So the answer is 81. Therefore, how many matrices can be formed? 81 matrices can be formed. Okay, so this is the initial portion of matrices. That's the basic of matrix. What is a matrix? How do you write a matrix? And how do you deal with the order of a matrix? How many elements can be there in a particular order matrix? Okay, let's go to the next article, which is representation of elements of a matrix. How do you represent elements of a matrix? Now see, if you have to write the elements of an m by n matrix, suppose I have to write elements of an m by n matrix, then how do I denote them? I have written a matrix, m by n matrix means what? It has m rows, n columns. So there are n columns like this and there are m rows like this. Okay, so let's see the first row and first column. What is the element here? A11. What do we mean by A11? It means the element at first row, first column. So you write it as A11. What is this element? It is at first row but second column. So I have written it as A12. Similarly, look at this element. It is at second row, first column. So A21 and so on. So this is how you write the elements of a matrix. So that is what we have written here, that A11 is the element of row 1 and column 1. A23 is the element of row 2 and column 3 and so on. So in general, if you say that I have an element which is Aij, right? Then what does this Ai mean? It means the row number. And what does this j mean? It means the column number. So if I have to write the element in the ith row and jth column, the element will be Aij. That is how you represent elements of a matrix. Okay, let's see another question. Let's see another question now. Now what is the question? Construct a 2 by 3 matrix whose elements are given by Aij equal to I square plus j upon ij. So I have to write a 2 by 3 matrix. The order is given to me and elements are following an equation. What is that equation? Any element Aij would be following the equation I square plus j upon ij. Right? Now I already know that my order is 2 by 3. So I know that how many elements I need to write? 2 into 3, that is 6. Okay. What will be my first element? My first element will be A11, which is at first row, first column. So let me put in the values of I as 1 and j as 1 to get the first element. So to get the first element, I is 1, j is also 1. Put it here. So if I is 1, j is 1, what do you get here? 1 square plus 1, that's 1 plus 1 upon 1 into 1, that's 1 into 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 by 1 is 2. So what is your first element of this matrix? It is 2. Similarly, if you go to the second element would be A12, first row, second column. If you go like this is the second element that you get. First row, second element, second column. Okay. So i's value is 1 and j's value is 2. So put I as 1 and j as 2. What do we get? We get 1 plus 2 upon 1 into 2, which is 3 by 2. Similarly, if you go to the third one, it's A13. That means I is 1, j is 3. Plug in the values, you get the next element. Go to the, that's all for the elements of the first row, because we are done with the first row, because in the first row only 3 elements could be there because number of columns is 3. Now we have to go to the second row. Second row starts at A21. A21 meaning I have to plug in the value of I as 2 and the value of j as 1. If I plug in 2 here and 1 here, I get 2 square, that's 4 plus 1, 5 upon 2 into 1. So that's 5 by 2. Similarly, if I write A22, it means I is 2, j is also 2. So plug in I as 2, j also as 2. When you plug in that value, what you get is 3 by 2. Right? Because this becomes 4 plus 2, 6. 6 upon 2 into 2, that's 4. 6 by 4 reduces to 3 by 2. And similarly, you can get the value of A23. And once we get all these values, that means all the elements are with us, we can now form the matrix. So what is the matrix? The matrix becomes A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23. This is your matrix. So that is how we can construct a matrix given an equation. Okay, so that was representation of elements of a matrix. We're moving on to the next topic. In this, it is types of matrices. Now, what are the different types of matrices that you come across? 3 types I've already discussed in the order, which was row matrix, column matrix, and square matrix. Apart from these, the next type of matrix which you'll come across often is null matrix. Now, what is a null matrix? A matrix in which all elements are 0. If all the elements of a matrix are 0, it is known as null matrix, denoted by NO. We write the symbol O for null matrix. Okay. For example, if I write 0 inside a square bracket, it becomes a null matrix. What order null matrix it is? How many rows it has? 1. How many columns it has? 1. So it is a 1 by 1 null matrix. If you talk about the second example that I have written, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So all the elements are 0. That means this is also a null matrix. But now how many rows it has? 2. How many columns it has? 1, 2, 3. That means what order it is? 2 by 3. So it's a 2 by 3 order null matrix. The second type of matrix is diagonal matrix. Now what is a diagonal matrix? It's a square matrix firstly. Diagonal matrix will be defined only when you have a square matrix. So it should be a square matrix in which all the elements except those on the leading diagonal are 0. A square matrix firstly in which all the elements except those on the leading diagonal are 0. Now another term which comes here is the leading diagonal. Now what do we mean by leading diagonal? Let me show by an example. Suppose I've made a 2 by 2 matrix here. 2 by 2, why? Because it must be a square matrix. So I've made a square matrix of order 2 by 2 here. Okay, so I've written -3, 0, 0, 2. Now look at the diagonal. There are 2 diagonals. In a square you have 2 diagonals. Okay, so this is one diagonal, this is the other diagonal. This diagonal is known as the leading diagonal always. Okay, the diagonal which starts from the upper left corner to the lower right corner will be known as the leading diagonal in all matrices. For example, this is a 3 by 3 order matrix because I need a square matrix, so it's a 3 by 3 order matrix. Here also this particular diagonal is the leading diagonal, not this one, it is this one. Okay, so this is what is the leading diagonal. So except the elements on this leading diagonal, all the other elements must be 0. Then we call it as a diagonal matrix. Look at this matrix. Leave the leading diagonal. The other 2 elements are 0. Yes, we are not interested in what is coming here. It may be 0, it may not be 0, but definitely these must be 0. Then we call it as diagonal matrix. Look at this. This is the leading diagonal. This is your leading diagonal. Except it 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. All others are 0. That means it is a diagonal matrix. No matter what. For example, in this leading diagonal also there is a 0 here. But that is not of our concern. Our concern is the remaining elements. They should be 0. Now we can write it as a short notation also, like this particular diagonal matrix. If I have to write in a short notation, I'll write it like this. DIAG. DIAG denotes diagonal matrix. Inside the brackets, small brackets, what you write is the diagonal elements. So what are the diagonal elements of this? -3 and 2. So I've written -3, 2 inside DIAG. It means it is the diagonal matrix of order 2, whose elements are -3 and 2. Similarly, if I have to write this also in the short notation, what are the diagonal elements? They are 1, 2 and 0. So what do I write? I'll write DIAG 1, 2, 0. This becomes your short notation for this particular matrix. Moving on to the third type. The third type is unit or identity matrix. Unit or identity matrix. We call it by both the names. Now, what is this? It is a diagonal matrix firstly. So firstly, you must know what is a diagonal matrix, that we have already seen. So now we are talking about a diagonal matrix in which all elements on the leading diagonal are unity. You know what is unity? Unity is 1. Okay. So all the elements on the leading diagonal, if they are 1 in a diagonal matrix, then we say that it is a unit or identity matrix denoted by I. The symbol used for identity matrix is I. Now, what does this n denote? I've written in the subscript n. N means the order of the matrix. Okay. For example, if it's a 3 order matrix, I will write it as I3. If it's a 2 order matrix, I will write it as I2. Not 3 by 3, 2 by 2, not necessary. Why? Because it is already a square matrix, because it is a diagonal matrix. And square matrix will always have rows and columns to be equal. So you need not write both. So just by writing IN, it is sufficient to say that it is an identity matrix of order n. That means it's a diagonal matrix in which all the leading diagonal elements are 1. For example, see this I3, it's a 3 order identity matrix. So I must have the leading diagonal as 1. So all these should be 1, but all the others should be 0. So can I have some other identity matrix of third order? No, it's a fixed matrix. You will always have 1 here, you will always have 0 here. Similarly, at second order identity matrix would be 1, 1, 0, 0. So it's a second order identity matrix. Fourth one, equivalent matrices. Next is equivalent matrices. What do we mean by equivalent matrices? Two matrices with same order. If two matrices have same order, that means m by n, if it is same for two matrices, we'll call them as equivalent matrices. For example, talk about this A. A is 1, 2, 3. So how many rows it has? 1. How many columns it has? 3. So it's a 1 by 3 matrix. Talk about B. It is 4, 5, 6. It has how many rows? 1. How many columns? 3. So it is also 1 by 3. Are their orders same? Yes. So they are equivalent matrices. But if I talk about this A and this I2, are they equivalent matrices? The answer is no, because its order is 2 by 2. Its order is 1 by 3. So they are not same. Next is equal matrices. Now you should not confuse between these two. This is equivalent, same order. This is equal. Equal matrices are definitely equivalent. They must have same order, but their corresponding element should be equal. Equivalent matrices in which each corresponding element is equal are called equal matrices. So they must be equivalent. That means their order should be same, but their elements should also be the same. Meaning they should be identical matrices. Then we call them equal. For example, that means in short, I can say that Aij will always be equal to Bij for all ij. Aij denotes the element of the first matrix. Bij denotes the element of the second matrix. So it should be same for each ij. Let's see a question on equal matrices. For example, I give you this. Find x if there is a matrix here. 2x plus y is 7 minus 3 x minus y. So it's a second 2 by 2 order matrix. Okay. Is given equal to 11 a plus c 3a minus 2. So it's also a 2 by 2 matrix. So firstly their orders are same, that means they are equivalent. And since it is written that they are equal, there is an equal to sign here. That means these are equal matrices. And if these are equal matrices, their corresponding elements should be equal. What do we mean by corresponding elements? A11 is the first element here and B11 is the first element here. They should be equal. So I must have 2x plus y equal to 11. That's my first equation. Remember, I just have to get the value of x. So am I interested in A and C? No. So I will not write that 7 is equal to A plus C, because that is not what is required. Although 7 is equal to A plus C. What about minus 3? Minus 3 is equal to 3A. But I am not interested in that. X minus y is equal to what? Minus 2. So my second equation is x minus y equal to minus 2. So I have two equations, two variables I need to find for x. So clearly if I add these two equations, y gets cancelled. Okay, so what I am doing, I am adding the two equations. So add kiya, 2x plus x, 3x, y cancel, 11 minus 2, 9. 3x equal to 9, so x equal to 3. So what is the answer to this question? 3, because उसने x ही पूछा था. अगर वो a पूछता तो हम ये वाली इक्वेशन यूज कर लेते. ठीक. Let's see the next topic, which is addition of matrices. How do you add two matrices? Matrices A and B can be added if and only if, I double if and only if they are of the same order. So the first thing for two matrices to be added together is that they should be of the same order. Otherwise they cannot be added. For example, you cannot add a 1 by 2 and a 2 by 1 order matrix. You can add a 1 by 2 with a 1 by 2 order matrix, a 2 by 2 with a 2 by 2 order matrix. Addition is always done element wise. What do we mean by addition is done element wise? It means Aij will be added to Bij only. That means A11 will be added to B11, A12 will be added to B12. करस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट्स जो अभी इक्वल में करस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट्स इक्वल थे, ठीक है, यहां पे आपको करस्पॉन्डिंग एलिमेंट्स को क्या करना है, ऐड करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ सपोज आई से दैट A इज इक्वल टू दिस मैट्रिक्स 2 -1 3 4 5 -2 which is a 2 by 3 order matrix. And what is B here? 1 3 -2 1 0 2. It's also a 2 by 3 order matrix. And C 1 0 0 2. It's a 2 by 2 order matrix. Okay, this is a 2 by 2 order matrix. Alright. Now, what I have seen here is that I have written three different matrices. One is A plus B, the other is A plus C, the other is B plus C. Okay. If you look at A plus B, firstly, can A plus B be found out? Yes, because A's order is 2 by 3, B's order is also 2 by 3. So they have the same order, so they can be added. If they can be added, how do we add A and B? Element wise. Element wise meaning इसका फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इसके फर्स्ट एलिमेंट से ऐड होगा. सो 2 + 1 3. इसका सेकेंड एलिमेंट इसके सेकेंड से ऐड होगा. 3 - 2 1. इसका थर्ड इसका थर्ड से ऐड होगा. 5 + 0 5. -1 + 3 2. 4 + 1 5. -2 + 2 0. So what is the answer for A plus B? It is this matrix. Now if I ask you, can A plus C be found out? So just look at A plus C. What is the order of A? 2 by 3. What is the order of C? 2 by 2. Are they of the same order? No. So A plus C cannot be found out. Can I find out B plus C? Again no, because again the orders are not same. So A plus C and B plus C do not exist. Now exactly on the same lines you can do subtraction. So subtraction of matrices is also done in the same way. Just that instead of adding you have to subtract. For example, in the same problem, same above problem, if I find out B minus A, that means now I have to find out this minus this. Remember the order, okay? So it's B minus A. So I have to subtract this and this. So what do I get? 1 minus 2, that's -1. -2 minus 3, that's -5. 0 minus 5, that's -5. 3 minus minus plus, so 3 plus 1, 4. 1 minus 4, that's -3. And 2 minus minus plus 2 plus 2, 4. So what is the answer for B minus A? It is this matrix. So addition and subtraction both will be done element wise, but they can be done only when they are of the same order. Okay. Let's see the next thing. Another very important thing is multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. Now what happens when you multiply a matrix by a scalar? Scalar simply means a constant. Okay. So if a matrix A is multiplied by a scalar K, then all its elements are multiplied by K. So whenever you multiply a matrix by any scalar K, then all its elements will be multiplied by K. Not just one or two elements or one row or one column. Every element will be multiplied by K. For example, if I take A as a, what is it? Is it a row matrix or a column matrix? It's a column matrix because it has one column. Okay. So let me take A as a column matrix 2, 3, 4. If I find out what is 3A, that means I have multiplied A by a scalar which is 3. So when I multiply a matrix by 3, all its elements will be multiplied by 3. So here 2 into 3, 6, 3 into 3, 9, 4 into 3, 12. So all the elements have been multiplied by this particular scalar. That is what we do when we multiply it by a scalar. Now scalar may be positive, scalar may be negative. For example, this would have been minus 3A also. So if it was minus 3A, I would have written a minus here, minus here, minus here. This would have been my answer there. Okay. Now let us come to the properties of addition. Addition of matrices, what are the properties that it follows? So the first property that it follows is commutativity. Okay. What is commutativity? A plus B is B plus A. That means you can interchange the order. So A plus B or B plus A, दोनों same ही होते हैं. That is the commutative property. Next is the associative property. What is it? A plus of B plus C. Now we are dealing with how many matrices? 3 matrices. तो पहले अगर B और C को ऐड करके फिर रिजल्ट को A में ऐड करें, या पहले A और B को ऐड करके रिजल्ट को C में ऐड करें, दोनों से आंसर क्या आएगा? सेम आएगा. That is the associative property. Third is the additive identity. Now what is the additive identity? It is null matrix. Null matrix is known as the additive identity. Why is it the additive identity? Because any matrix, if you add with the null matrix, you are going to get back the same matrix. That means this is an identity. It is true for all matrices A. यहां पे कोई सा भी मैट्रिक्स रखो, अगर यहां नल मैट्रिक्स है तो यहां वही मैट्रिक्स वापस आएगा. That is why it is known as additive identity. Similarly, what is additive inverse? Additive inverse is minus A. Okay, if I talk about what is the additive inverse of A, it is minus A. That means उसी का negative. Okay, because इन दोनों को ऐड करके क्या रिजल्ट आता है? 0, which is the null matrix. यानी क्यों बोलते हैं इसको एडिटिव इनवर्स? बिकॉज आप कोई भी मैट्रिक्स उठा लो, अगर उसी के नेगेटिव को उसके साथ ऐड करोगे तो हमेशा आंसर कितना आएगा? 0. सो इट्स अगेन एन आइडेंटिटी. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज नोन एज एडिटिव इनवर्स. तो ए का एडिटिव इनवर्स कौन है? माइनस ए. जैसे मैं अगर पूछता कि इस वाले मैट्रिक्स का एडिटिव इनवर्स क्या है, तो आंसर क्या आता? -2, -3, -4, इसी का नेगेटिव. ठीक है, ओके. लेट्स सी वन क्वेश्चन विच इज रिलेटेड टू these concepts, which was addition of matrices and multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. Let's see this. I've used log in this. Okay, so don't be afraid of using log in it. Log can come in any particular question of any particular chapter. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Our concept will remain the same. Okay, so अभी जो आपने पढ़ा है उसी से आपको क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है. log को देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. So just look at this question. If A is equal to, I've taken a row matrix this time. It has one row but two columns. Log 72 to the base 3, log 40 to the base 5. And what is B? It is log 12 to the base 3, log 20 to the base 5. So I've taken both row matrices. Find 2A minus 3B. I have to find out 2A minus 3B. This will be a matrix. I need to find out this matrix. Now in order to find this matrix, let me first find out 2A. Then I'll find out 3B, and then I'll subtract the two matrices as we had done earlier. Now we know that how do we find out 2A? 2A means A is multiplied by 2. So every element of A will be multiplied by 2. So what will be 2A? It will be 2 log 72 की base 3 and 2 log 40 की base 5. Similarly, what is 3B? It means every element of B is multiplied by 3. So multiply every element of B by 3. So you get 3 log 12 to the base 3. And what do you get here? 3 log 20 to the base 5. Okay, we are done with 2A, we are done with 3B. Now we need to subtract these two. So I have to find out 2A minus 3B. That means I have to do this minus this. Now we know that subtraction is done element wise. So first element के साथ क्या subtract होगा? First element. तो क्या आएगा? 2 log 72 की base 3 minus 3 log 12 की base 3. Second element के साथ second element subtract होगा तो क्या आएगा? 2 log 40 की base 5 minus 3 log 20 की base 5. Okay, we are done with this. अगर ये कोई normal question होता तो यहाँ पे solve हो गया था. But since there are logs involved, so we to now use the properties of log and simplify it as far as possible. Let's simplify it. सबसे पहली बात आपको log की प्रॉपर्टी याद आनी चाहिए कि अगर पीछे 2 लिखा हुआ है तो इस 2 को मैं कहाँ ले जा सकता हूँ? पावर में. तो ये log 72 का स्क्वायर हो गया. इधर 3 लिखा हुआ है, 3 भी किधर चला जाएगा? पावर में. तो log 12 का क्यूब की बेस 3 हो गया. यहाँ तक ठीक. फिर देखिए दोनों की बेस सेम है. जब दो लॉग की बेस सेम हो और बीच में माइनस का साइन हो तो ये दोनों क्या हो जाते हैं? डिवाइड हो जाते हैं. तो क्या आ गया? लॉग 72 का स्क्वायर यानी 72 इंटू 72 डिवाइडेड माइनस क्या बन जाएगा? डिवाइड 12 का क्यूब यानी 12 इंटू 12 इंटू 12. ठीक, इसको करते हैं सॉल्व आगे. इसको देखिए यहाँ पे भी ये 2 किधर चला गया? पावर में. 3 किधर चला गया? पावर में. क्या आ गया? लॉग 40 का स्क्वायर माइनस लॉग 20 का क्यूब. फिर वही बात है, बीच में माइनस है, दोनों की बेस सेम है. माइनस किस में बदल जाएगा? डिवीजन में. क्या आ जाएगा? लॉग 40 इंटू 40 डिवाइडेड बाय 20 इंटू 20 इंटू 20. ये देखिए, ठीक है. अब देखो जरा काटो इसको. 12 से ये कटा 6, 12 से ये कटा 6, 6 से ये फिर कट गया 2, 12 से कट गया 6, 12 से कट गया 6, 6 से कट गया 2 और 2 से कट गया 3. दैट मीन्स व्हाट इज लेफ्ट? लॉग 3 की बेस 3. दिस इज व्हाट इज लेफ्ट. कम टू द सेकेंड वन. 20 से कट गया 2, 20 से कट गया 2, 2 से कट गया 10 और फिर 2 से कट गया 5. क्या बचा? लॉग 1/5 की बेस 5. इतना बच गया. अब याद करो फिर एक प्रॉपर्टी, जब ये दोनों सेम होंगे तो आंसर कितना आता है? 1. और जब ये दोनों रेसिप्रोकल है तो आंसर कितना आएगा? -1. क्योंकि अगर ये 5 होता तो आंसर 1 आता, लेकिन 1/5 क्या होता है? 5 की पावर -1. इसको ऐसा लिख सकते हैं कि नहीं? तो ये -1 किधर आ जाएगा? बाहर. तो आंसर क्या निकल के आएगा? -1. सो व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन? द आंसर कम्स आउट टू बी 1, -1. Now don't write the answer like this, 1, -1. This is not the answer, okay? nor is the answer 1 1 directly writing 1 minus 1. This is also wrong. The answer has to be written in the matrix form because question matrix का है तो आंसर भी मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म में होना चाहिए. तो मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म में आंसर कैसे लिखना है? 1 minus 1 within square brackets. Okay, so I hope it is clear. इतना करिए, नेक्स्ट क्लास में आगे बढ़ेंगे.